I love you like a TV again. Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review a movie called At the Drive-In. My friend MF and Dank Panther recommended it to me on, was it a live or just I think it was on a short live I did. Not the Tiger Kitty one though. And it's a movie. When I first heard the plot, I mean, it's about a movie and they couldn't afford a $50,000 projector to show digital films. And I was like, oh my God, it's about, and it was in Pennsylvania. Oh my God, it's about the one, our drive-in, our last remaining drive in the area, which is way out of PA, out of Erie. Last remaining one that's close to us, because we used to have a ton of drive-ins. I mean, it's a Sunset Drive-In. That's what I thought we were talking about. Because I think in 2012, 2013, they said they had to buy a digital projector. If not, they're out of business. And the Sunset Drive-In, it was very strange because I remember in the old days, the good old days, we had a ton of indoor movie theaters and a ton of drive-ins. And then they started going away the dodo in the 90s, in the early 90s. I mean, a lot of like the Star and the Skyway and stuff like that started going out of business. So they had one in Meadville went out of business and stuff. And it was like because of, and all of the indoor drive, like indoor theaters too, like Cinema World and Village Cinema really sucked. Started going away in the late 90s because I guess Tinseltown came along and it was like a mega multiplex theater. We never had one of those till like 94, 95 when that was built. Well, we had like Cinema World or West Erie Plaza would show 4 movies, and now that's as big as it was. And then in 92 or 93, they had the Mill Creek 6 outside Mill, would show 6 movies, and that went out of business in 2012. And then we had Tinseltown would show up to 8 to 20 movies, maybe, or something like that. I can't remember how many. And then I guess that caused a death knell for a lot of movies, like including Drive-In. And the last remain, and you see in the old days in the paper they used to have like big ads for like and then picture ads for like horror films and stuff. And those were the best. Those were cool. Those newspaper ads. And I remember they showed for all movies, theaters showing movies no matter what it was, and Sunset used to show porno movies, along with Corey and Cinema 18. And then there was twice in the 80s that Cinema 18 actually showed a legit PG-rated movie. They showed the reissue of Inframan, which I wanted to see. He told my dad, and then they showed Breaking to Electric Boogaloo. Dad, let's go see it. Where they're playing Cinema 18. Well, they show porno films there. And I don't blame him for that. I was like, why would you take children? I mean, even to see a legit movie at a theater that showed adult film that's seedy atmosphere. I mean, I would feel weird taking your kids to that. I don't blame them for that. That's fine. But I thought it was funny they play PG-rated movies. I don't think anyone went to those. I saw I never saw Breaking to Electric Boogaloo. I did see Inframan though. I finally rented that in Fort Detrick, Maryland. It was a great movie. Well, anyways, it wasn't about our theater. It was about another one, Layton, the Mahoney Drive-In, which I never heard of before. And it's a documentary about this drive-in, like, the guy, it was open for, like, in the 40s, late 40s. And he had to buy a $50,000 projector to show digital film. They couldn't afford it. So, I mean, if he couldn't do that, he would be out of business. And he decided to change his drive-in to a classic drive that would show movies still available in 35 millimeter. And I guess he's able to contact studios and have them send them a retro movies like Wizard of Oz and Willy Wonka. And then he started doing like horror themed stuff. Like Bike Night, they'd have the Jaws and Jurassic Park, but I thought was pretty cool. Or Jurassic Park and Jaws. It's really a fascinating movie. I really liked it. It showed about the love for the drive-in. And there's a bunch of drive-in stuff I found out about on Amazon Prime I'm going to watch. And then, for another video, I saw this. I remember reading a book about the drive-in, which I thought was really, in a long time ago, they used to do your laundry if you wanted to do your laundry there. It had all these perks. It's really cool. Yeah, Dank Pedro told me about it. And then I saw they were something called Drive-In Memories on Amazon. You had to pay for that, $1.99, but it's free on YouTube. I watched that. It's like a documentary with Leonard Maltin and stuff like that. That's actually fascinating. Well, I had to drive in that movie. I'm getting ahead of myself. I get a 10 out of 10. It's fascinating. The Leonard Maltin stuff was really cool. It was weird, though, because they have, like, distracting stuff. Like, they show, like, they do, like, these visual tricks or audio tricks. That's very distracting. So I give that an 8 out of 10. But I love how Leonard Maltin was talking about the ads for the food and stuff like that. And the food always looked awful. And the ads. Like the barbecue. If you ever get a chance to see the barbecue sandwich from the drive, that thing looked terrible. But the lighting was all bad. They made the food look so unappealing. But people still bought it. I never shopped anything at the drive-in concession stand. We always brought something. Dad said, "Don't ever." I mean, I never stopped in there for a drink or nothing like that. We always brought our food, which I thought was cool too. Now that would be cool to, I don't know. But I mean, it was different the last couple of times I went to the drive-in. It was been in the 90s. They stop a movie and then they play the next movie without much of a time for a bathroom break or nothing. It's like, I'm missing a guy. You give us like 10, 15 minutes in between or like do something like, they do like something like 8 minutes before the movie starts or something like that to give people, instead of just playing it. Because they used to have the ads and stuff in the old days. And there's like a thing about drive-in ads they put it into a movie form on Amazon. I didn't review that yet. I didn't see the whole thing yet. But I mean, Leonard Maltin wanted Drive-In Memories to get an 8 out of 10 just because of the distracting nature of some of the video tricks and that, which is unnecessary. Stupid. And then they had something called Movies Under the Stars, like a 20-some minute documentary about these guys talking about memories about a couple of drive-ins that no longer exist. That was fascinating. That was a 10 out of 10. That was a fun show, too. And there's some other drive-in movie stuff I want to review, including the movie Drive-In from the 70s, not Drive-In Massacre, but a movie called Drive-In. I gotta watch it on YouTube. I haven't seen that in ages. I think I saw it on Encore Cinemax ages ago. I'd like to see that again. I remember Cisco and Eve were talking about it a long time ago on sneak previews. But I want to thank Dang Pan for letting me know about that to Drive-In. It's a fascinating movie. I highly recommend it. If you love, maybe, I guess if John and I were talking about maybe going to the Sunset sometime. That'd be cool. This summer, if it's still open. That would be fantastic. I'd love to go there. It might be the last time ever going to the drive-in. I think the last time in the late 90s going to the drive-in because they just, the Prescott drive-in was a big holdout and then like 97, 98, gone. So hope you like this video, buddy. Until next time, everybody, please take care of my legion. Iggy. I don't know if you can hear my alarm going off in the background. I gotta shut it off.